There's something that you can be doing right now to your properties to get you in front of a whole new demographic of guests. And I see and I hear, thanks to clubhouse rooms, etc., so many people doing this. And I believe that if you fail to, you could be left behind here. And what we're talking about, I'm going to delve into a second. But before that, hello, welcome to the Daily Boostly podcast. My name is Mark Simpson. I give hosts just like you the tools, the tactics, the training, but most importantly, the confidence to go and increase your direct bookings. And we are, of course, talking about digital nomads. We are, of course, talking about work from home, and we're talking about amenities. So hands up in the comments below, who offers a desk in your properties or your accommodation? If you don't offer a desk, do you offer a room, like a mini office? Now, if not, this is one of the most fastest growing amenities that is out there at the moment. One of the things that people are talking about a lot in their listings is that the ability to have a work from home solution. Digital Nomad 2.0, we've talked about it quite a few times on the podcast, is definitely not going anywhere. In fact, it's starting to boom. How do we know this? Well, look at the Airbnb and how their algorithm is changing. Right now, you can go into your property, as we exclusively broke on the Boostly podcast a couple of weeks ago. We mentioned about how you can go into your property, you can open up the Airbnb app in your property, and on the hosting section, you can do a live Wi-Fi speed check, and you can upload it for proof to Airbnb. Now, why are they doing that? Very soon, in the search bar of Airbnb, there'll be an option and there'll be a filter to break down how fast you want the Wi-Fi speed to be. And it's going to be break down into 4 different categories of slow, medium, fast, super fast. So again, this is definitely something that's being asked for. This is definitely something that's being requested, because this is how they're going to put it into practice. So the sooner you can do that, the better. So how can you go one step further? Can you put in a desk? Can you put in a charging point? Can you make sure that the router is as close to that desk as possible? How many routers can you put in? Have you got a dedicated router? Can you guarantee the speeds that you're saying? What can you be doing to make the work from home guest life even easier? For those that do a lot of podcasts or Zoom calls, can you get a ring light in? Can you get a microphone? Things like this, the little things. And then, we've obviously spoken about how you can take advantage of that in another episode, but how can you then highlight it, which is the most important thing. There's no point putting it in and then not talking about it. Put it in and then talk about it. So again, this is where I pass over the conversation to you. What have you been doing? Can you share any examples? Maybe your website, listing site, social media post. Put them in the comments below. We'll all delve in. We'll brainstorm together and we'll come up with something. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. If you listen to the audio version, and if you want to join in a conversation, come into Facebook, Hospitality Community. Come find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it. If you're watching on these channels, and there's so many of you that don't do this, but please help me out, because it really does help get more hosts discover me. Hit the like button, subscribe and share. When you do that, more hosts discover Boostly, and again, it just helps me on the way to the goal of helping 1 million hosts increase their direct bookings. So any little way that you could just help give it a little push in the algorithms, be much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by, and see you soon.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely.